those copper recovery hooks under 98K of carbon fiber, Range Rover never goes there.
There's a screen buried in this Tahoe's infotainment labeled EV Energy Flow AWD Active, showing two separate battery packs running at completely different charge levels. No full-size SUV manufacturer has wired a system like that into a Tahoe-class platform before. We get to what that actually means by the end. Is $98,000 the right number for a Tahoe? My answer depends entirely on whether you're cross-shopping this against a Range Rover you've actually driven or one you've only seen in a parking lot. That's a real difference. Here's what we're covering: the exterior, the cabin, and the powertrain behind that battery readout. And there's a backstory here. This trim's spec sheet didn't start in a normal product planning cycle.
Everyone's eyes go straight to the carbon fiber bumper and bronze accents. That's not the engineering story. The story is that EV Energy Flow screen. Two battery packs at 88% and 6%, each rated 140 kilowatts, feeding separate axles. That's a split-reserve hybrid AWD architecture, where each axle keeps its own torque buffer even if the other depletes under sustained towing. This closes the gap where single-pack hybrids lose all-wheel traction once the shared battery drains. Speculative tech number 1, split-reserve hybrid AWD. Each axle draws from its own 140 kilowatt battery bank. The logic keeps one axle's torque reserve intact even if the other depletes under sustained towing. This closes the gap where single-pack hybrids lose all-wheel traction once the shared battery drains. What's inside explains why Chevy doubled up.
That hexagonal quilted leather with cream contrast stripe, that two-tone layout matches what Range Rover charges for in its Autobiography trip, and it's rare to see on an American three-row. On a $98,000 Tahoe, that's the right material tier. Now, the rotary PRNDM and 4x4 selector, that bronze knob is correct for a vehicle this size. A driver towing in winter gloves needs a knob they can feel, not a touchscreen shifter like Cadillac's Escalade V. Speculative tech number 2, battery-synced drive mode. Rotating the dial past Tour pre-allocates the split battery reserves toward whichever axle needs it most. The logic ties terrain selection directly to torque distribution. It solves the lag where drive mode and battery management run as separate systems. Now here's what doesn't land. That carbon fiber bumper looks gorgeous, but it's the most expensive panel here to replace after one parking lot scrape. Range Rover hides its composite panels behind steel. The exterior section is where this Tahoe's real story starts. This Tahoe XL Prestige reportedly came out of GM's read on Range Rover's plug-in hybrid sales data, the moment Range Rover's P460e Autobiography started outselling its V8 in the US. The brief wasn't "build a more luxurious Tahoe." It was "prove a domestic SUV can run a split battery hybrid system Range Rover can't match." The exterior is where that intent gets visible first. Front to rear, the blacked-out grille carries Chevrolet block lettering, the brand statement at this trim level. The carbon fiber front bumper houses two copper recovery hooks, function first, even on a luxury build. The champagne bronze paint pairs with a blacked-out roof and hood, lowering the SUV's visual stance. Multi-spoke silver wheels, sized around 22 inches, fill the wheel arches without looking like an aftermarket addition. Chrome-trimmed side skirts run the rocker line and double this step protection. Rear, Chevrolet lettering repeats across the tailgate above a full-width LED light bar with a carbon fiber diffuser and dual exhaust tips finishing the lower bumper. This design holds long-term because the structural elements, the diffuser, the recovery points, are functional first, styling second. Now, the system behind that battery split. Engine, 6.2-liter V8 plug-in hybrid, estimated 510 horsepower, estimated 620 pound-feet of torque, 10-speed automatic, all-wheel drive standard. In real operating conditions, that means the electric axle can carry the load alone at low speeds, saving the V8's fuel for sustained highway towing. Speculative tech number 3, Tow Mode Battery Precharge. The system detects a connected trailer and pre-charges the rear battery bank before the first mile. The competitor gap it closes. Range Rover's P460e can't sustain electric-only crawl under trailer load. The V8 cuts in immediately. It eliminates the fuel penalty of running the gas engine during low-speed maneuvering with a trailer attached. Range Rover Autobiography, richer badge equity and a more isolated cabin, but no factory split battery AWD at this price. BMW XM, more raw horsepower, but a noticeably stiffer ride for daily use. Engineering case complete. Financial case is next. Now, here's what I actually think. Completely straightforward. That Range Rover benchmark explains the split battery AWD, the battery synced drive mode, even the carbon fiber recovery hooks. Every decision traces back to proving GM can match Range Rover's sophistication without losing Tahoe's identity. Whether that actually lands depends entirely on whether a Range Rover buyer would ever cross-shop a Tahoe in the first place. Expect this Tahoe XL Prestige to land between $94,000 and $100,000. The Range Rover Autobiography PHEV starts around $135,000. It delivers a more isolated cabin, but it doesn't offer this split battery AWD architecture at any price point. The base Tahoe LS starts near $58,000, giving up the hybrid system, the bumper, and the bronze trim entirely. Factory hybrid systems with dual battery architecture hold value differently than gas-only trims with aftermarket luxury bolted on. There's no credible aftermarket conversion that replicates a split reserve AWD system, so this hardware stays factory differentiated for the life of the vehicle. For a 4 to 5 year hold, that differentiation gives the premium a real path back at trade-in. If you tow regularly and want a hybrid built for sustained loads, this is the most coherent domestic alternative to a six-figure European SUV. If cabin isolation and badge prestige matter more than powertrain engineering, the Range Rover Autobiography gives you more of that for roughly $37,000 more. What this Tahoe earns its premium through isn't the V8, it's a split battery AWD architecture that works as one coherent system, not two bolted together parts. Those copper recovery hooks from the opening, they're not styling. They're the visible sign of a hybrid system built to tow, not just to look the part. If you've towed with a Range Rover P460e or a BMW XM, I genuinely love your perspective on how the hybrid system handled sustained load. Next up, this Tahoe XL Prestige against the Cadillac Escalade V. $98K for split battery AWD or $96K for Escalade V's V8 Theater. Drop your call below, then subscribe.